Good morning, Carcater here. Actually, it's really good evening, but you know what, fuck it, right? So, anyway, this thing's gonna be going back soon. This thing is just like, I don't know. I had this bad ride since June, and 91,000 miles on it when I bought it. Now it has 95,881. Here's the crazy thing about me. I was like, you know what? Let me fix this thing up. I finally put the yellow fogs in it. I actually just took out the LED headlights. I'm going to give it to my friend Jimmy. He's got a Ford Escape, and I'm going to take out the rubber mats in it too. I took off my ski rack already. I only left the one rubber mat. Probably going to trade this thing in tomorrow on a lease. And in all seriousness, I really wasn't planning on getting anything. I'm trying to be a cheap fuck. And, you know, I'm a real gangster. I went from a Maserati into a $1,000 truck. Yo, I don't give a fuck. See, that's the difference. Like, people are like, oh, you fell off, all this shit. You should have seen all the shit that I get from people. Oh, what are you doing that for? And then like, oh, what'd you buy that Hyundai for? Why? Because it's fucking cheap. That's why. And I love cheap cars. See, I like good deals. The Maserati, that was a good deal. I stole that fucking car. So, thing about it is, if I could find a good deal, The stupid thing's always trying to catch my Wi-Fi. Check this out. Look at these nice snow mounts. That's a good one right there. Look at that. Nice. Now that is good. Cool. But anyway, it's funny because you know what it is? I basically completed it. I've been procrastinating with putting in the yellow fogs this whole time. And I mean, I really don't use this thing. This thing is terrible on gas. It's not really good in the snow or anything like that. It needs a little work because it's got low mileage. And that's the problem with low mileage. But look, you know what? When I bought it, I knew that too, because even my buddy Phil, who sold it to me, he didn't want to sell it to me. He's like, yeah, this fucking thing's gonna be nothing but a problem. But you know what? It did its job for these months that I've had it. So, you know what? I don't care. If I could get my money back on it tomorrow, which I'm planning on doing, you know what, and maybe a little more, I'll just get rid of it, because why not? You know, I can't be holding on to cars and caring about them or anything else, but looking at front, I actually kind of like the way this vehicle looks. It reminds me of my Cherokee XJ I had in green, and doing all the stickers and everything else. It's pretty cool to me, you know. It's definitely not rugged or anything like that. It's like a fake-ass zombie truck, but the thing, yeah, like look at this guy. See this guy? He's got a really hot XJ over there. And look, this camera sucks, but he's got a real nice XJ. And then he also has this one too, that the new modern one. What the hell is that thing called? Jeep, not the Patriot. I can't think. Oh, Commander. Yeah, Jeep Commander. So, you know what? I like stuff like that. I like that rugged look and outdoorsy type of vehicle too. And I don't care that this thing, this thing's old, 2001. This thing is mega, mega old. So, I didn't even think that way, but it is. But it does amaze me how many of these pieces of shit are on the road still today. And a lot of them, they have issues with the coils and they don't run right. This thing's not running right lately. It's a little bit off or whatever, but what are you going to do? This V6, it's got the timing chain in it from Mazda, Duratec V6. It will run forever. It will leak out of every orifice possible. It will always smell funny. It will always run shitty. One thing about even Fords and everything else, Fords are notorious for smelling like antifreeze all the time. They really do. But tomorrow I'm going to actually see if I could trade this thing in on something nobody would probably guess.